Hey, Vikings Nation. Skol. Baby, are you ready to dive into the biggest question mark of the 2025 NFL season? That's right, we're talking about J.J. McCarthy, our new franchise quarterback, stepping into the spotlight after a wild offseason. Is this kid the real deal, or are we in for a bumpy ride? The Vikings have put all their chips on the table with McCarthy, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Let's break it all down with the latest Minnesota Vikings news, straight from the heart of the purple and gold. So what's the vibe? McCarthy's coming off a knee injury that sidelined him for his entire rookie season, and now he's got the keys to one of the NFL's most explosive offenses. But whispers around the league, like Colin Cowherd's hot take on the herd, are raising eyebrows. Is McCarthy ready to lead, or are the Vikings gambling big? Stick with me for 10 electrifying segments as we unpack the hype, the doubts, and everything in between. What do you think? Can JJ silence the critics? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's kick things off with a teaser. A young QB, a loaded roster, and a fanbase starving for a Super Bowl. Will McCarthy be the hero we've been waiting for? Or is Minnesota's quarterback room a ticking time bomb? Let's dive into the Minnesota Vikings news and find out. J.J. McCarthy is the name on every Vikings fan's lips right now. Drafted number 10 overall in 2024, this kid was pegged as the future of the franchise from day one. But after a torn meniscus in the preseason wiped out his entire rookie year, the pressure's on for 2025. No NFL snaps, no game experience, just pure potential and a whole lot of hype. The Vikings' decision to let Sam Darnold walk in free agency and pass on a legend like Aaron Rodgers shows they're all in on McCarthy. Coach Kevin O'Connell has been vocal about giving JJ the best possible situation to thrive. But is that enough? With Sam Howell and Brett Rippon as backups, the job is McCarthy's to lose. What's got me pumped is the faith the organization has in this 22-year-old. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah doubled down, saying McCarthy's their guy for the long haul. But can a quarterback with zero regular season experience handle the heat of the NFC North? Let me know what you think. Skol or no? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the doubters. Colin Cowherd dropped a bombshell on the herd, questioning whether McCarthy's got what it takes. He called JJ's arm strength and escapability modest, and his release not super quick. Ouch! Cowherd even hinted that the Vikings' flirtations with other QBs, like Rodgers and even Kirk Cousins, might mean they're not fully sold. Here's the thing, though, Cowherd's take is just one voice in a sea of opinions. Some reports, like those from Sporting News, claim McCarthy smashed a Tom Brady OTA record with an 87% completion percentage this spring. That's unreal for a guy coming off surgery. But is it enough to quiet the skeptics? The conflicting reports are driving me nuts. 1 minute, McCarthy's being compared to Josh Allen for his leadership. The next, he's getting roasted for lacking a great trait. What's the truth, Vikings Nation? Are we hyping JJ too much, or is he about to prove everyone wrong? Hit the comments. Let's zoom in on McCarthy's recovery, because this is huge. After tearing his meniscus last August, JJ was back on the field by January, grinding through OTAs with no limitations. According to Heavy on Vikings, he passed his physical at June minicamp, looking sharp and ready to roll. That's the kind of resilience we need in a franchise QB. But here's the catch. No matter how good he looks in practice, McCarthy's still untested in real games. CBS Sports noted that during minicamp, he leaned heavily on short passes and dump-offs, sometimes holding the ball too long. Coaches like Josh McCown are working on speeding up his dropback. But is that a red flag or just a rookie learning curve? Vikings Nation, I'm torn. On one hand, JJ's got the work ethic and the playbook down pat. He's even staying in Minnesota this summer to study with Justin Jefferson. On the other, the clock's ticking, and training camp's just 39 days away. Can he polish those mechanics in time? What's your take? Speaking of Jefferson, let's talk about the weapons McCarthy's got in his arsenal. This offense is stacked. Folks, Justin Jefferson, arguably the NFL's best wide receiver, is already building chemistry with JJ during OTAs. Add in Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones, and you've got a dream squad for any young QB. Newsweek Sports reported that Jefferson's been giving McCarthy pointers, emphasizing the mental game. With a supporting cast like this, the pressure's off JJ to carry the team alone. Aaron Jones, coming off a 1,027-yard rushing season in 2024, is a dual-threat beast who'll open up the passing game. But here's the million-dollar question. Can McCarthy capitalize on this talent? ESPN says Jefferson's unique traits demand a QB who can sync up fast. Will JJ deliver those pinpoint throws, or will he lean too much on checkdowns? Drop your predictions below. Let's get this debate going. Now, let's address the Rodgers rumors because they won't go away. SI.com reported that Minnesota had a shot at signing Aaron Rodgers for a one-year, $13.6 million deal, but they passed. Why? Because they're banking on McCarthy's $5 million cap hit and a 3-year window to build around him. Smart move or risky gamble? Kevin O'Connell didn't mince words, saying he's committed to giving JJ every chance to shine. Bolivip US quoted him as feeling an obligation to set McCarthy up for success. But with Rodgers now in Pittsburgh, the Vikings are facing him Week 4 in Ireland. Talk about a plot twist. Vikings Nation, I'm curious. What would you have done? Stick with the young gun or take a swing on a Hall of Famer? The front office is all in on JJ, but those rumors keep swirling. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's shift gears to the backup situation because it's raising some eyebrows. Heavy on Vikings reported that Minnesota traded for Sam Howell and signed Brett Rypien, but neither is a serious threat to McCarthy's starting spot. Howell's got big play potential but threw 21 picks as a starter in Washington. Rypien, he's a career number 3. CBS Sports called the Vikings' backup situation critical, especially since McCarthy's unproven. If JJ struggles or gets banged up, are we really trusting Howell to step in against a team like the Lions? The Vikings' 14-3 record last year set a high bar, and fans aren't ready for a step back. Here's where it gets spicy. Yahoo Sports floated a trade idea for Titans QB Will Levis as assurance for McCarthy. Would you pull the trigger on that deal, or are we ride or die with JJ? Let's talk about it. Hit the comments. The NFC North is a gauntlet, and McCarthy's stepping into the fire. CBS Sports called it the NFL's toughest division, with 3-11-win playoff teams last year. The Vikings nearly set a franchise record with 14 wins in 2024, but that was with Darnold's 35 touchdowns. Fox Sports says oddsmakers have Minnesota's win total at just 8.5 for 2025. Brutal. McCarthy's debut comes against the Bears in prime time. A showdown of redshirt freshman QBs with Atlanta's Michael Penix Jr. Fox Sports predicts a Vikings win, but the schedule's no joke. Back-to-back overseas games and a closing stretch against the Lions and Packers. Can JJ keep up? Vikings Nation, this division is a bloodbath. Do you think McCarthy can outshine the likes of Jared Goff and Jordan Love? Or are we in for a reality check? Drop your hot takes below. Let's get to the hype train. Newsweek reported that FS1's Jason McIntyre is all in on McCarthy, predicting the Vikings could reach the NFC Championship game. That's bold. JJ's college resume at Michigan, 27-1 as a starter national champ, backs up his winning pedigree. But then you've got Sporting News claiming McCarthy broke Tom Brady's OTA touchdown record. Is that legit or just off-season fluff? Either way, teammates like Harrison Phillips are comparing JJ's leadership to Josh Allen's early days. That's the kind of energy we need in the locker room. So, what's the ceiling for McCarthy in 2025? Super Bowl dreams or growing pains? I'm leaning toward a breakout, but I want to hear from you. Comment below. Let's get hyped or keep it real. We can't ignore the pressure. Newsweek says all eyes are on McCarthy to prove he's the franchise guy. With no Super Bowl in Minnesota's history, the fan base is starving for a hero. JJ's got the tools, poise, smarts, and a killer work ethic. But the NFL's a different beast. Star Tribune reported that McCarthy's staying in Minnesota this summer, grinding the playbook and bonding with teammates like Jefferson. That's the kind of dedication that wins over a locker room. But with Sporting News noting conflicting reports on his progress, the jury's still out. Vikings Nation, are you feeling the pressure too? How big of a season does JJ need to silence the haters? A playoff berth? A deep run? Let's hear your expectations in the comments. Alright, let's wrap this up with a look at what's next. Training camp kicks off July 20th, and Star Tribune says McCarthy's got a 3-point plan. Master the playbook, build chemistry, and stay healthy. With Kevin O'Connell's offensive genius and a stacked roster, the stage is set for JJ to shine. But the clock's ticking and the doubters, like Cowherd, are loud. Heavy on Vikings mention trade rumors for a recent top 5 pick, if McCarthy stumbles. That's the NFL. No mercy. Will JJ rise to the occasion, or are we in for a wild ride? Vikings Nation, this is our time. Can McCarthy lead us to glory in 2025? Drop your predictions, hit that like button, and subscribe for more Minnesota Vikings news. Share this with your fellow Skol fans, and let's pack the comments with purple pride. Skol Vikings!